Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Obey, and thank you so much for joining me in the collection room today. If you're like me, every now and then you're just dying to get away from Marvel and DC. And if in that case, you've probably already heard of, well, the Image universe, but that's pretty based. There's the Malibu comic universe. A lot of superhero teams in that. A lot of people go down the Eclipse route because there's a lot of great heroes and stories through Eclipse. And I personally love AC Comics. It's one of my favorite comics. But as you're looking through the back bins for stuff that's not Marvel or DC that you're not familiar with, don't forget Comico, or I guess some people call it Comico, but I've always just called it Comico. And I like my pronunciation better, so that's what I'll use. Anyway, Comico was the company that produced the Elementals. And they did a few other books. I'm trying to think of what some of the big ones were. And I'm drawing a blank at the moment because right now I'm looking at the Elementals. But this first one, this is Elementals 14. This is Fathom on the cover. If you're familiar with Fathom, she has appeared in a few other comic companies, if I remember right. And just a very, very green, aqua-based superhero. Super long legs. So no, it is not She-Hulk. It is Fathom. Anyway, the story thus far, swallowed by a whole aquatic beastie thing and encased in mounds of phlegm, Fathom still managed to flirt with a cute young lycanthrope and saved his life by gaining hundreds of pounds. After making a speedy weight loss program that would make Oprah and Liz green with envy, she heads out to the Atlantic to investigate an influx of dolphin carcasses. Is this the new phase of Oblivion War? Will there be lots of blood and guts? How many sharks can you find on page 5? When you have an intro like that, that's awesome. That's great. That is super. I love that. Makes me want to go see what issue 13 is about, to see what this weight loss program was. I have a feeling it was a lot of like water purging and vomiting. Anyway, I'm also curious to see page 5 and see how many sharks we can find. Oh, good night. Okay, well, it challenged us to, on page 5, how many sharks can you find? Bizarrely enough, these are all hammerheads, but there's no way I think I could ever count them all. I greatly appreciate the artist who went through the effort to draw all of these. So thank you and thank you. That is a brilliant page. Beautiful. Just had to take a moment to look at that. Looks like she is going to start thrashing her way through sharks, and long before there was a Sharknado, she's going to start water spouting these things everywhere. It looks like dolphins are going to help. I don't think dolphins don't generally hold their own against hammerheads, I believe, but see, this is the beauty thing. Sometimes you just get some of the weirdest stuff in these. I also love all of the backgrounds are just the same opaque blue color, kind of a pumpernickel, periwinkle. That's the word I was looking for. Not pumpernickel's a bread. Periwinkle blue, and it all works. It fits so perfectly. It just makes me giddy. Atomic Clones by Comico. Justice Machine. That was another good team book by Comico. I'm gonna have to look this one up because that Atomic Clones, that actually looks pretty good. Send in the Clones. 3-part miniseries by Robert Loren Fleming. Yeah, I'll have to give that a look up. Oh my goodness, these dolphins are ripping to shreds. All the women there are blonde? It's like a James Bond hideout. Correct, bimbos. I'm here to kick ass and eat caviar. And I'm all out of caviar. What a page. Thank you, Comico, once again for giving us this just ultra bizarre, beautiful page. Now they're all trying to kill her. Of course, she's going to just waylay through these. Man, there's some of the ads in these. That's the beautiful part. You see things that you just would not see in another comic. When you get outside of the mainstream, a lot of times the writers had a lot more creative freedom, and they would just do like whatever they felt the story needed. in this case, the story needed a gazillion sharks and a whole bunch of blonde, cute henchmen with pistols. And then we get another beautiful splash page at the end, which I just had to appreciate. I'm gonna get this whole book. This is like 5 out of 5. I loved everything about flipping through this. This was a fun issue. And I didn't notice, boop, boop, till I was about halfway through the book, that this is a double cover, a complete wraparound cover. So there is Fathom, and if I remember right, Elementals did this quite often. So beautiful comic, beautiful thing. Like this. This one is also a wraparound cover. I kind of hate to like do that to them, but sometimes you got to do it just to see the beauty of the cover. Comico, I want to say, no, I'm thinking of a Malibu book. I was going to say Protectors, but that's Malibu. Lots of great stuff going on in there. Burger King, this little redheaded creepy kid. Lots of coolness. I'm really liking that. Don't play with knives, kid. Don't poke your eye out, kid. Castles. More stuff going on. Fathom is back. She's making fun of her friends for getting it on. Oh, wowza. I knew there were Space Ghost comics. I have some by DC, and they are fantastic. But I have not seen any of the Comico Space Ghost, and that looks very authentic to the original show. I'm going to have to check those out. I'm loving all of this art. And also, not just the art, but the way they are drawing these panels. They are beautifully done. Beautifully shaped, very, very odd. I like how every piece of glass, they put a different color. Well done. I think it's easy to say that Fathom is probably one of the team favorite members. I want to say she had a lot of, I remember she had a miniseries that was all hers. They're gonna pound this Griffin thing, or whatever it is. Illegal. It's a lion, eagle, so it's illegal. Night and the Enemy. And just a beautiful back page. This one I'm pretty sure is also a wraparound. Dragon Slayer for hire, reasonable rates. So, cool. Can't remember this girl's character immediately, but I know she wields a pretty hefty sword. This issue feels a lot more brightly colored than the last one. It's like really popping. Of course, maybe it's just because there's a lot of red going on, but I'm enjoying it. The kid is wearing a Buckaroo Banzai shirt. What the hell? Oh, it looks like he's traveled her back in time. He or she, I'm not sure if that's a boy or a girl. Whatever it is, it's a creepy little kid. Very dark circles around the eyes. Nice, we gotta fight a giant serpent. There is an actual griffin next to that griffin impersonator from the last issue. Illegal. A giant purple ogre guy. Always gotta love a giant purple ogre. We get a big green and purple dragon. Oh, she just stabbed that guy. Ambrose, get me out of here. And another, these Space Ghost panels are amazing. Just the advertisements alone. He had a totally underrated and great color palette going on, and was actually a pretty great hero in his own right. Even before he became a ridiculous talk show host and had a hilarious, wonderful show. All right, last issue. We got issue 21. This was a random pull, but it was a good pull. I have a feeling I could probably grab just about any issues of Elementals, and they would all be, probably meet this same caliber of goodness. Of course, that first issue was pretty great with the Thing. There we have some like moderate comic editing with hairlines. Nice Amway train, beautiful done. I don't see trains that often. Not sure who this little insect-looking villain is. Aw, look, it's Jan and Jace. And they look great. They don't even look awful. They look like good. The colors look bright. The animation almost looks like something Michael Allred would do, but it looks fantastic. I am very pleased with all of the art that I have seen in Elementals. These included that first Fathom issue. That's still like the best one of this whole lot. That was great. A whole bunch of micro panels. When you could put 16 panels on a single page, that's some great work. And then take up a ton of room doing just one huge splash page like this, and that is awesomely done. Very excited about these. And the thing is these are pretty easy to find in back bins. They're not a highly sought after book. So if you are looking for something a little different than the norm, go give them a find. Go find them. I will leave you with this amazing Fathom cover and call it a day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up and a like if you like it. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys later. That's my story. Bye.